Hello and welcome to Europa Universalis for the Sultans of the Monsoon Seas, where we are playing as Hormuz, the great. Well, now we're kind of the predominant Eastern Arabian Empire at this point, kind of taken over our half of the peninsula, more or less. And I believe our current goal is to get out of debt before we declare any more wars. I believe that's what we're getting. Here we go. We got an event to start us off. Where the Qadis are the judges of the land, the Muftis are the ones to provide general legal interpretation and doctrine. A sultanate as large as ours, well, thank you, however, needs an overarching authority over all Muftis. Traditionally, this is the role of the Sheikh-ul-Islam. Sheikh-ul-Islam will not only author the fatwas himself, he will also be the one to appoint many of the regional muftis in our realm, and ultimately he is the person who will safeguard the legality of the Sultan's edicts. Naturally, the man we pick will belong to the Maliki, but there are a number of distinguished candidates to choose from. So, we can get a loyal sheikh who will always take sides with the Sultan and increase the chances of support from the religious establishment. We get +5 national tax modifier. We can take the most learned candidate. This will make events relating to the will of our religious scholars more common. We move 20% towards legalism, and we get tolerance of the true faith. Or a famous Sufi who will give this office the dignity it deserves. We move towards mysticism and get yearly legitimacy. I think we're going to take the most learned and steadfast candidate, even though national tax would give us slightly better financial rewards right now since our religious unity is so low. But yeah, so we're neutral on corruption. We've got army maintenance at half. I might even take it down a little more than that. Yeah, the little counter isn't popping up. There we go. I'm gonna go to... Yeah, I don't want to go to minimum. You know what? We'll leave it where it was. Like right about there. Nobody's dying, by the way. If you're hearing that outside, that's just some kids playing. Let's see, we can invest in Diplotechs. We're going to be ahead of time in Diplotech again. That's good. Oh, shoot. I was not supposed to do that, because now our corruption's growing. Whoops. Well, what do we have to do to balance that out? Okay. Not too bad. Guilds and fraternities. Guilds and fraternities are a constant factor in the public life. I think we've seen this one before. This is unacceptable. We want to move towards legalism. Continue to bring down our tech cost. Good. Okay, so the emirs are no longer absurdly powerful, I believe. Yes, okay. We're not in any present danger of having them take over the country. We do have 2 additional force limit right now. There we go. Now we have too many Diplo relations for some reason. I think that had to do with the nobility, or the emirs. I think they give Diplo at a certain level. Yeah, we'll call a diet with them at some point here. Darga, a Sufi sheikh, has passed away in Ash-Sharqiya, and his followers are now putting up a shrine in his honor. Pilgrims from various parts of the country are already starting to come to the province to see the shrine of this great man, some calling him a saint. Local notables have set aside a charitable donation, its maintenance, and his former pupils have opened a lodge nearby. While there's nothing wrong with honoring a great man, some more traditionalists among the pious and the ulema feel that this form of worship is sacrilegious. Should Hamada I pay the shrine of Ash-Sharqiya a visit, it might do much for both the prestige of the shrine itself, but also for its popular perception. So this would move us towards mysticism. And we get tolerance of the true faith and tolerance of heretics for a little while. We'd also get Sufi Shrine, which increases our monthly autonomy but gives -2 local unrest and tax income. Or we can move towards legalism, which would give us legitimacy and admin tech cost, which we definitely need right now. I think we're going to do that. We're not going to feed into this local superstition. We follow the letter of Islamic law. Eclipse and rivals, like it ain't no thing. We're going to go ahead and we're going to rival Ethiopia, because we are going to have to fight them eventually. I don't want to rival QQ. That would be bad. I think they already rivaled us. Yes, they did. Let's see. Oh yeah, we vassalized Mara. I totally forgot about that, and I apologize. That was my phone buzzing loudly right next to the microphone. That probably sounded awful. So we can annex them in 1496, 2 years away. And we should have the relations for that by then. We're probably going to have to go to war with the Rassids. Miklov and Dongola. Where is Dongola? Are they in Africa? Yes. They're actually a fairly large Malachite in Africa. Truce with Mar has ended. So who are QQ's other enemies? Dukaldir, Khorasan, Mushasa. Where is Dukaldir? They could potentially be a good ally. You really want to stay on good terms with the Mamluks. I don't think they want an alliance yet. No. Definitely not at this point. Oh, we could take Hejaz. Oh yeah, that's right. Hejaz is a vassal of the Mamluks. I keep forgetting that. It's like, oh, that would be great. Oh, no, wait. No, it wouldn't. Wave of obscurantism. Knowledge is power. Even though we are having trouble with rebels right now. And that might end up being an inadvisable solution. How much do we owe on this loan still? Still that much, huh? Aren't we making interest payments on it? Okay, cool. So, we're no longer unbalanced in technology anymore. We can build workshops and farm estates. The next institution is colonialism, so we're just going to have to force that one. We don't really have any choice. It's going to take way too long to spread to us. Excellent. Gained a shock pip. That's always good at this point in the game. Alright, can we pay back this stupid loan yet? There we go. We're no longer in debt. We've wiped out our corruption. And I think we can start building some more dudes. Average drill is getting very high, actually. How about our professionalism? We're getting there. We're getting there. It's funny that high professionalism gives you reduced mercenary costs and more available mercenaries when hiring mercenaries actually hurts your professionalism. The citizens of Ibra have grown tired of local influence of greedy Dawasiri merchants that they claim are using unfair advantages to outcompete local businesses. They demand that we step up to limit the influence of foreign traders on the area and reaffirm the privileges of our own merchants and artisans. If we do not act, they might take matters into their own hands. Dawasir will not like us much, but we gain minus unrest, plus 25 trade power in the Ibra province. Reduce goods produced. This would give us unrest, local trade power. I think we need to protect our trade. I don't want to piss off our allies, but you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. We're gonna annex our vassal here. We're gonna build up to our force limit, and then we're gonna pick our next target. So the Rassids, Miklaf and Dongola, yeah, that could be a tough war. Hopefully Dawasir, oh, we can greatly increase our trust with them. What about our other allies? That would actually be something I would love to add to the diplomatic macro builder. Paradox is listening. That for people who own the proper expansions, to have a tab where you could increase trust with your allies in the macro builder. So I don't have to click here and then go here and then go to my list of allies and then do that all. So Transoxiana, we'll hold off on that. Afghanistan, we've earned a fair bit of trust with them. And Sind we will hold off on. I always try to keep at least 10 trust banked in case we need to call them into an offensive war unexpectedly. So, new trade research is heretical. We're doing okay in diplomacy, so I'm going to accept their demands. We could go after Mushasa, too. Zondaran and Ajam. If I remember, Ajam is a tiny little country. Ajam. Yeah. And they're actually involved in another war right now, so maybe we will go after them first. Let's move up here. Oh, we lost our military leader. Luckily, we have pretty good army tradition. 3 fire is not really that good this early in the game. Will be if he lives long enough. So we can now build supply depots, which is nice. Additional supply depots required. Yeah, since QQ is going to hate us no matter what. Actually, their army looks pretty small. Let's just do it. It's time to play with the big boys. We'll border QQ. We really want Basra. If we can get away with it, I might take... Well, let's see. Where does the trade node end? The Basra trade node ends here. So we'll try to take all this land. Maybe we should try to get the rest of the Hormuz trade node as well. There's this inland center of trade here. It's part of Fars. So maybe we'll make that our goal. I'll look and see how much ag expansion, how much overextension it's going to cause us. But I'd really like to take this little pocket in here and then, like, maybe a couple provinces down here to... Or even vassalize them. That would be even better. Yeah, that would be perfect. Yeah, so that we could get a path to Fars, so we could take this inland center of trade in the highlands here. And we're getting rich to the point that I might start hiring some advisors soon as well. Let's see. Bark. Caravel's at level 9, so we're 1 away from that. That'll help our trade quite a bit. Let's get some fresh troops. Oh yeah, we can build cannons now. So I'm going to have to figure out what the proper force ratio is in this part of the world. Expansion of the current... Okay, so we've seen this event before. We are going to contribute to this endeavor. We want to keep our madrasas well funded. Yeah, let's see if we can vassalize these guys. That would be perfect. Mamluks are really getting on my nerves. Dawasir has embraced the Renaissance. Good for them. We're spreading the Arabian Renaissance. Come on, it's the better Renaissance. We're better than the Italian Renaissance. Come on. Quarantine the province and let them die. Right. Royal marriage from Dawasir. We will, of course. Succession in the Crimean Khanate. And grab Miltech 8, which is going to put us ahead of most of our neighbors. Infiltration of Mushasha. Our military professionalism has made our retired deserting officers very attractive to other countries in the region. So much so that they're not properly vetting the defectors they recruit. So I guess this is for having high professionalism, maybe? Our spy master reports that we have managed to get a number of agents into the service of the Mushasha crown. Fantastic. Well, we can just go ahead and fabricate on them in that case. So we want Basra. You want to fabricate a claim on Afa'az. And we want to fabricate a claim on Dagestan. That was a freebie. Alright. Poor government policies. We're going to attempt to improve the situation. There we go. Integrated Mahra. They, I guess, did not have an army. Now we are fighting the Mahri separatists that should have disappeared a long time. By the way, look at that. The Rub al-Khali is now our color. How about that? We're super special. So we're gonna stop drilling, and we're gonna go see if we can deal with this shit. Yeah, 10 years of separatism. Are they gonna relocate, or what's their strategy here? If they're just gonna get stuck on the island, we're not gonna worry about them. Yeah, you know what? We're not gonna worry about them. Oh, I never turned my army maintenance back up. It's like, that's why we're making so much money. Alright, well, we'll keep an eye out. Ramadan, time to fast, of course. We can make states down here. Definitely want to do that. Do we already have full cores on all of those? Oh, I guess because we integrated a vassal? Yeah. Alright. So we've got a free diplomat. Let's see what this war would look like. Ajam and Mazandaran would join in, but so would Dawasir on our side. They look like they're... Are they being invaded by Fars? Yeah, this is. I think this is a great opportunity. I'm going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. All right, we're back, and it is time to declare war on Mushasha. Oh, we can actually do Reconquest. No, I think we want to do the Take Basra war goal. And we're going to call in Dawasir. Why does Transoxiana not want to help us? Oh, because we just annexed a vassal and our Diplo rep is probably shit. Well, let's see. If we can hire a Diplo rep guy real quick. I wonder if that would change their mind at all. He's a Sunni, Khaliji, so he's our religion and our culture. We also have Shia advisor available. No, you know what? I think we can pull this off. Yeah, they're at war with a lot of people, including QQ. So let's make this happen. Oh, and look, we have once again failed the manpower reserves need to recover mission. Get a chance to kill their army here. Even with the terrain penalty. They know that we want that, right? Yeah, okay, cool. I'm just going to go ahead and make this perfectly clear that we want all of their shit. Brianna's trying to be sneaky again, even though I've told her many times that I don't care if she comes in here when I'm recording.
I always forget something in this room whenever he starts recording. Every single time.
And it looks like we got a stack wipe. So I'm going to make sure that no matter what, we get these 2 provinces. And we might miss out on getting some of these other ones.